I lost everything. I didn't want people to know.
It was so fun for people to find me sexy.
Basic Instincts has the most paused moment in movie history.
What moment would that be?
He revealed more than even Sharon intended.
I lost a lot of work.
All I was a joke.
My husband divorced me, married his girlfriend, and they sued me for custody of my son.
I've never really told anyone what I've been through.
The sexiest woman on screen. Now she's taken a turn.
All hell kind of broke loose in the hospital.
I'd been hemorrhaging into my back, my head, my face, my spine.
Every 18 minutes in America, somebody has a subarachnoid hemorrhage. About half of them will die.
I had a 9-day brain hemorrhage before they found out.
I was afraid to surrender myself.
People think that strokes only happen to old people, but that's just not true.
The patient directly across from me died while I was in there.
Took me from being a foolish, superficial person to understanding and accepting my humanity.
I'd read that you had one of those near-death experiences.
When the stroke happened, I was standing behind my couch, and somehow I ended up over the couch, and I'd hit the coffee table, and I was on the floor. It was, in the movies, you see Zeus hit somebody with a lightning bolt, and they just sort of fly. I awoke on a gurney being taken down the hallway without discussion to me and without my consent or understanding. I didn't know, would they cut off the top of my head? All hell kind of broke loose in the hospital. By now, I had already been hemorrhaging for over 5 days.
I called my mom, and I said, "Mom, I'm calling you from the emergency room." And I said, "I'm having a brain hemorrhage." And she said, "I'm on my way, I love you." Click.
I was on my way to exploratory brain surgery. The majority of people that have the surgery that I have don't make it.
I had that whole white light thing.
On the brink of death, Sharon found a powerful reason to keep going.
I woke up, I really was sure that I wanted to live and be with my son. So I think it was a real choice for me. And then I had to learn to walk, hear, write, talk, remember, and everything all over again.
And as she was trying to recover, the person she trusted most betrayed her.
I went home barely able to walk and in just terrible condition. The first 2 years of my life were unbelievably painful.
My husband divorced me, married his girlfriend, and they sued me for custody of my son. I wasn't strong enough and healthy enough to be in court several times fighting for custody.
I didn't want people to know. I didn't want to be wiped out in my business.
There was a part of me that felt like, wow, I lost so much. My career was basically over. My family was over. I got divorced. My child was taken away. A lot of my identity, I thought. I got down to it. And when I got down to it, everything that I had been before, I thought, I'm not any of those things anymore.
It seemed like Sharon had nothing left until she discovered something she never expected.
I found parts of myself that I didn't know. Meeting a bigger part of my soul, a bigger part of myself.
I cried and I accepted myself. It wasn't just a sad cry. It was just that shedding and accepting that I wasn't the thing I was before.
Sharon left her old self behind and started fighting for her son.
I just was not in myself. I was like over trying. I had to learn how to learn differently. You get behind financially, you get behind in your career. You not only have to deal with your health and your family, but you also have to start over again once you are well.
And you kind of disappeared for a while.
Ultimately, I would say it took about 7 years for me to be fully and wholly recovered.
But it was all worth it when she got her son back.
And were you happy to have your son there?
It was a beautiful experience. I'm so proud of him. 3 boys, now I have 3. I adopted 2 other children on my own.
My kids are all together and I'm going back to work.
And she even found a cause that's bigger than her own family.
Why did you get so personally involved with AIDS?
Through these very profound experiences, I just felt that my fame had a purpose. We raised $34 million. All of that goes to scientific research. We had a pediatric cure in the last year.
I think life is a service job, and anybody who thinks they're self-employed isn't.
Sharon faced death and found what truly mattered.
My philosophy is it's not how you fall, it's how you get up. And do you have the dignity and the courage and the integrity to get up and keep your moral compass together?
Everything got richer for me through this experience. Everything got better for me through this experience. It was like starting over.
So I want to say thank you for choosing me to be Woman of the Year, because there was a time when all I was a joke. Do you feel empowered? Each and every one of you is going to have a moment like mine, a moment that changes your life, one you might be aware of when it's happening and one you might not. You're going to have one if you haven't had it already, and you're going to be held accountable for it. So the time to decide who you are is now.